Bendiciones and alafia, everybody. My name is Babalu Flores, and it is such a pleasure to be with everybody tonight on the Original Products YouTube live, Original Botanica live stream. I would love to give great thanks to all of the amazing um, shop employees at Original Botanica. Please give them love. They do such an amazing work day in, day out to support all of y'all clients. And so I know as somebody who, worked for a shop for a long period of time, how much it is to be appreciated and loved. I also want to give a big shout out to all of the readers and diviners and amazing mediums that Original Botanica has. I am one of many. Again, my name is Babalu Flores, Awo Ifa Dun Sin. I am a Babalao in Orisha spirituality. I come from both Lukumi and Isheshe traditions, Isheshe being direct from Nigeria. And I would also love to just give great honor to all of the ancestors who gave their lives and continually live and have taught from these traditions, because it is a lot to carry this medicine. I would also love to honor and give thanks to all of the brilliant philosophers and poets and teachers and thinkers, of the African diaspora, all the Latino curanderos, because so much of that is not thought of as philosophy and teachings and wisdom. So it's an honor to be here with everybody tonight. Again, I'm Babalu Flores, and this is Ask a Witch, as well as towards the end of the night, I'm going to be sharing a little uncrossing bath, more from the Hoodoo Southern root work tradition. And yeah, so it's fun to be here. So as a way of creating space and bringing medicine in, of course, my leques are all twisted up. I would love to do a little pouring of libation just to get us started. And I'm doing this in English. Of course, you'll hear this in Spanish and Yoruba. But yeah, omitutu, onatutu. Cool water, fresh water, water for indwelling spirits or souls to be cool and calm and collected, water for our paths, for them to be refreshed, for everything that we touch to be cool and calm and gentle and sweet to us. Water to the ancestors, water to the earth beneath us, and all of those earth keepers who continue to do the work to cherish and love and bring environmental sustainability to our paths. Water to the Orisha, water to all of those highest teachers, all of those enlightened teachers, seen and unseen, known and unknown. Water to Eshu, to ensure that our communications are gentle and calm and sweet, and that we say things with humility and grace, and that the answers that we are trying to receive both tonight and in our lives come in with that same ashe, come in with that same energy. We pray this night, every day of our lives, that in any and all ways, that any and all negating forces, seen and unseen, named and unnamed, are immediately removed from our paths, that the warlords of hostility and war and paralysis, poverty, litigation, negative witchcraft, any and all ways that these forces can come onto our paths, that they are immediately averted and removed, both from our paths as well as our lives. We thank and give honor to our mothers and fathers and all of those who have ever loved us in our lives, and ask that death does not enter our life before it is our time to go. We give homage and honor to the Creator, Olodumare. We give homage and honor to all of those evolved, liberated ancestors who sit at the right hand of Olodumare and continually pray on our behalf. We give homage and honor to all of our spiritual communities that are already fully liberated in heaven. We give homage and honor to each other for being here, for taking the time to be in community, and to talk about our work. And we give homage and honor to all of those unseen forces, those divine beings who are here guiding us and protecting us and helping us to go towards the biggest life possible. So we pray tonight that this journey is beautiful and fun, and that our lives are full of sweetness and joy and kindness and friendship and money and wealth and prosperity. So ashe, 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 oh ashe. So as a way of starting this conversation, this little question answer, and please let me know what's on your mind, because I would love to talk to the audience. I have some pre-made questions that I've received over this last week regarding, just regarding things that have been on people's minds. So the first question that I got was around, what is the most powerful spell? And y'all, I think that that's already a troublesome question. Um, for me, the way that I was raised was that even with a glass of water, we can create dynamic change. And so it's not necessarily the ingredients, but the ways that we choose to harmonize, the ways that we ourselves gather our energies, pray, that is the most powerful way of doing anything. Because it can be really easy to just go out there and get a bath, or go out there and pick a plant, or buy a candle. But unless we have deep intentionality, unless we can fully root ourselves in the own power of our words, the own power that's in our bodies, that's just half of the equation. Let me put it that way. So I hope that was a useful answer. I also think that sometimes, especially in my own teachings, that the gentle rain can do better than the deluge. So I always like to go light before I go into throwing everything, the baby in the kitchen sink, at an issue. Sometimes it's even just about our own character changes, how we move towards a problem, how we position towards the issue, that can also be super effective. So as a reader, I not only look at what are the spells, but also how can I shift my own energies to create what I'm looking for. Honestly, I wish I knew the rituals to win the lottery. If I did, I would be doing that for myself. So, whenever it comes to questions of what's the most powerful this or that, or do you know how to bring me $1 million, or things of that nature? How do I coerce my lover to get me to love them more? I really I think that those aren't effective questions. Let me just be honest. Speaking of lovers, I always get a lot of questions on love work. So one thing that I say is, one, um, it's a lot easier to do road opening, new love work, than to try and coerce somebody into loving me. And especially as somebody who's been around for this last 25 years, doing work for clients, um, it's a lot to try and continually work on somebody to make them love me. I have seen clients literally, who are married 40, 50 years, who've done continual stuff like, do the foot scrapings and make sun tea out of their, menstrual blood, do a whole bunch of stuff to keep them, to keep their, lovers, their intendeds, like underneath their wraps, or enchanted in them. And the moment that you stop doing that type of work, it stops, because that person isn't willfully invested, willfully in love with you. It's literally just about dominating and controlling, and trying to get that person obsessed with us. So I'm always super cautious and I don't give those rituals out myself because I've seen it go extremely wrong. I had a client who, before she met me, had done all this work to bind her lover to herself and was doing everything from, taking his underwear and burning it with all these ingredients and putting that ash in the backyard and taking, some pubic hair and sewing that into the cap of his baseball cap to get her on his mind, to literally taking a piece of meat and measuring his penis and cutting that shape, and then doing some things with it and frying that up and then feeding him with it. And at the end of the day, he became a stalker and obsessive, and it turned into a domestic violence situation. And she had to do a lot to uncross herself and remove him from her life because of how much work she had done on him. So, just as a warning, know that um, domination, forced love, coercive love workings can have a huge negative consequence if we're not aware of it. And not in terms of like karma. Of course, we have, repercussions for that, but in terms of how that work can start to get into somebody's mind and they can become stalkerish and obsessing on us, things like that. So just as as a cautionary, let me put it that way. Um, for me, and just a little bit about me and my work, the things that I offer through Original Botanica. Um, uh, oh, let me see. Let's see. How can I? Apologies. I realized I didn't enable um, comments. Give me one quick second. Um, Give me one quick second. I am going to. Sorry. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Apologies about that. I might have to restart this. So give me one more minute. Let me come back on.